you do look better as a bean, so that there's also that.
I really had to pay my way back to co-host on the Espresso Shot.
You have to, one of the main utilities of buying the beans was getting the second spot of these. Shotgun, how are you doing, baby? I'm sorry I had to take you off on your day off, but I'm happy you're here. How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing great. To be honest, I didn't even know that Dan was not pulling up. I actually thought he was coming. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about no day off. You act like a 60-year-old that boomer as fuck. I don't need no days off. Get off me. But on a serious note, I'm bullish on that orange bean because honestly, Zimi, I just feel like Bam is afraid of falling in love because he has a soft spot for orange beans. So that might be it. But man, I'm having a blast. I'll be posting below. Yesterday, I got blown the fuck away, dude. I was just chilling in the Kaiju King space, and a guy that's from both Azuki and Kaiju Kings, that's Jappy. He just brought a check your wallet moment for me, and I checked in there, and Mapper just dropped me a baby Kaiju, and I didn't know how to act. So. Just grateful as fuck for that, but that's pretty much all for me. Watch the keep fighting. You never made a check your wallet with a Gojira for me, so shut the fuck up. Kentoria was good. GM.
Guess what?
What?
I'm headlining Bing Bong, baby.
Let's go! We love it. We love it.
Cantoria's taking over the tea party for Azuki Vegas, baby. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's right. That's right, baby. It's going to be fucking crazy.
So right now, just FYI, not to take away from Cantor's moment, a couple things here. One, Chris and I are streaming. Well, first of all, congrats, Cantor. That's going to be fucking dope. I can't wait to watch you. And I mean that.
Either playing the Espresso Shot song or it's a bus. I'm calling right now.
Oh my God, stop. Please don't.
What's the Espresso Shot song? What specific song is it?
All right, well, you asked. Yes, everyone. You heard him ask. You heard him ask. Here it is, Cantor.
It's Dan the Lost Boy.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Espresso Shot.
Stop it, drop it. Time for Espresso Shot. Knock it. Brew it up and get it hot. Top it.
Yeah, so you got it. Brew it up and get it hot. Yes!
Okay, I mean, what I can do, if you really want, send me the song and I'll throw it into a build-up, into a drop or something.
Okay. I definitely
I'll do a little small something, and then I'll have someone throw you into the pool.
Oh, hell yeah. You splashing the fuck out of that with my thick ass.
Okay, hold on. This might be a serious disclaimer kind of thing, right? Just real quick. I'm always wearing my hearing aids. So if anyone throws me in the pool, you're going to have to pay for the $5,000 pair of hearing aids.
$5,000? What are they,
Yeah.
IEMs?
They are inside my ear, Cantor. You can't even tell that I'm deaf. So, yes, they are very high tech.
So they're IEMs. Bro, you need to go on tour with those things.
Dude, that's 2.7 ETH. You should sell those for ETH.
Yeah, okay, relax. Yeah, I should sell them for ETH and never be able to carry a conversation ever again in my life. You're a genius, Zimmy. Zimmy's just trying to end the monologue. You cannot end this monologue. Anyway, well, I can, and I am going to, because I have a podcast interview with Gento later, and I cannot be monologuing. I'm telling myself we have 1 hour so that we actually end within 90 minutes to 2 hours. So, because the jokes of the monologue have gone off the charts, and it's made me really reevaluate.
How long is that podcast going to be? Because I feel like he's just going to be like, "How are you?" And then it's going to be like, "All right, time's up."
Fuck you. Anyway,
I'll say something though. GT, hosting Sansa is the easiest thing ever. I remember when I had him on the space for a project that I worked for, MFR was just going, and I was like, hell yeah, that's like passive income.
Yeah. Man, I really got to reevaluate myself. Anyway, look, we got hands up. Haven't even started the spaces yet officially. I'm okay with that. I'm going to plug in a little bing bong thing, for some of you that are going. You'll be able to use code SANZA30. I know. Whatever. Just roll with it. Shut up. Fuck you, Waj. They don't get to use your code. I'm the host of this space. Yes, Waj has his own code too. Okay, everyone has it. It's not that special. Whatever. But no, it's Sansa30. I'll plug in the link in the comments at some point, and I'll pin it to the top so I can get some, so I can get like my generational lunch money and all that stuff. But no, in all seriousness, that's 30% off and all that stuff. So if you are coming through the Bing Bong, which I hope you do, I will be there. Obviously, now that fucking Cantor is headlining it, I mean, what more motivation do you need than that? So we'll be plugging that in the comments and pinning it to the top the next five minutes while we go through these hands. Gentle, let's start with you, my man. What's good?
Yeah, GM. Absolute fucking banger. Didn't think I was stepping into that. Cantor, if you do drop that, I might actually show up to the pool party. No, Shotgun, listen, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, dude. And to Zimmy's point, like you're right. I could just say how he's doing. And then, we got into a 3-hour conversation on the couch when we were staying at VCon. So I can understand where it's at. But no, I actually think it's going to be a fucking banger episode. We're probably going to get some really fucking solid content and clips out of it. So I'm excited because we've already had, a pretty long relationship. So also, like, this is like pretty hot take, but I need I want like an unbiased opinion from you guys because obviously like some of you are going to Vegas. I don't really want to go to the nightclub because I don't really do nightclubs because I'm whatever. Right. And so is the potential an airdrop or like, how am I going to network at a fucking nightclub? So I'm just thinking like, where's the upside if I'm leaving my house from 10 to 2 a.m.? I need someone to really sell me on that.
Dude, you got to just have some fun, brother. Like, you're going to do all the networking throughout the entire day, and then you just got to let loose, reward yourself, have some fun. And you honestly never know the type of networking that can happen by just having fun. Like, I've met some of the best people, like, literally on a dance floor. And I'm like, they're like, oh, sick, whatever. And then you start talking, and then all of a sudden, like, they have, like, this whole network of things. So I wouldn't look at it as so direct.
Oh, yeah, and Zimi, let me just add up to that. Like, the only thing that I'm interested in about Vegas is because I heard a comment that, like, Beans might actually be the board kennel club or some shit of the ecosystem. So, there are lots of rumors that there's going to be another airdrop in this event. So the only thing that I want to know is if my PFP is an analogy to a kennel club, which will make me completely bearish.
Dude, no one.
I'm just trying to know the
Shotgun. Look, even Board Kennel Club hit 90th at one point, so you'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's about the respect.
It's about the respect, sure. Look at it this way. How many Beans PFP have you been seeing all over the timeline? Right? I don't think a lot are going to change after they've been establishing their brand with Beans for so long. But also, Gentle, I got to agree a little bit with Zimmy here. As much as I hate yelling in someone's ears just to carry a simple conversation. How are you? I'm great. How about you? Great. How was your day? And it just doesn't work. It just so.
Can I teach you guys a trick? That does work. So if you take like your ear, there's like this little like pointy thing that sticks out. If you press it, you can like cover your ear. Your like earlobe, like your inner ear canal. Mm-hmm. If you talk to someone and you push that down, they can actually hear everything that you're saying because it drowns out all the noise. That is a rave hack for you.
Okay, so I just got to find the G spot of my ear, and then
it's right, dude. You know what I'm gonna post a picture of poking it. Hold
on. Got it. Okay. Well, that doesn't really work for me because my hearing aid is in my G spot, so that's kind of a little bit tough there. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna work through it. Let's get to some of these hands. Waj, the official lawyer of the Espresso Shop, my man. What is good?
Hey, what's up? Also, as the official lawyer of Bing Bong, I'd just like to remind Cantor that one of the terms of the agreement was that Sansa is not allowed to request any songs whatsoever. So just let's keep that in mind. Gentle, as the old guy of the group that also has kids, I'm gonna have to agree with Sansa and Zimmy on the sometimes you just go just to have a little bit of fun. Like come to Bing Bong and network, do the other events and network, but just come for some period of time, meet some people, shake some hands, show your face, show off those killer dance moves, and then if you get bored around midnight, go home. Right? You don't have to stay all night. It doesn't mean you have to stay till 5 a.m. type of thing. But you're like from Vegas, so I get it's not as fun. But I never do nightclubs in LA. I know people love them, but like I would never go to one. But I do it in Vegas just because it's a different experience and a different time and a different thing. And then I would also say that I am only tuning into this Espresso shot under protest because Zimmy being a co-host is just a slap in the face. So this appearance is officially
back to you.
All right. Well, watch.
So this appearance is officially under protest. We'll review the tapes later and probably fine the hosts for something.
I would love to sign that protest and get some of that money from the fine.
I look. Suffice it to say, some of you may not know, Jimmy used to be a daily co-host of the Espresso Shot. And then he went ahead and got a fucking job.
And then he ditched you. And then like a sour ex-boyfriend, you like let him back in your life. He's a toxic ex-girlfriend. You have to just cut that shit off. Never talk to him again. You post pictures of me and you on the timeline.
His body is very persuasive.
Jesus.
This is all right, boys. Enough fighting over me. I get it. It's okay.
That is enough thickness for both of you. Okay.
Okay. Look. Bottom right hand corner. Let's press this retweet button. If you guys don't already know, we do this space every day, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. EST. I do a thread every Wednesday or Thursday. So that's going to be really fun figuring that out while I'm on a flight to Vegas on Thursday morning, half asleep, on how I'm going to fucking tweet that in advance for the whole next week of Vegas. So that's going to be really, really fun. But regardless, that will happen. So go ahead and go to my pin post if you want to set those reminders. Go ahead. I've already pinned the next post for tomorrow. We got the Solana space happening tomorrow because we got Polygon with Pluto Misfits on Thursday. So we don't want to miss that. You definitely don't want to miss that because I won't be here. I won't be here on Thursday. Shotgun will be hosting. It would be weird if I was hosting, but not here. I mean, how does that work, really? But anyway, yeah. So Shotgun will be hosting that. Zimmy will not be here for Thursday and Friday, so don't worry. He might come back next Monday, but that's still to be determined right now. But don't worry. Look, I promise there is a little bit of a structure to today's spaces. We are going to be talking just a little bit about Vegas. We're going to be talking a little bit about IRL events. We're going to talk a little bit about Orbeez. If you guys don't know, Zimmy here is a founder, and this is one of the things that Dem got to Techno Garden, and then I was trying to make a connect for them, and then Dem was like, "Oh, I don't want to be next to him on Spaces, so I didn't say I like that." So that's why he's not here today. But no, in all seriousness, there were actually technical difficulties and all that stuff. There's stuff going on. Vegas is a little too close, so we'll pick this back up next week. It's per the usual program, but it's per the usual. This is gonna be pretty laid back, pretty open. Go ahead and request to come up to speak. Don't be shy. We're gonna go over to Cantor real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and circle back and kind of get this discussion rolling. Cantor, what you got?
Sounds like this is Mickey Mouse. Can you shut the fuck up about your hearing aids? Okay? If I'm gonna be Hakkasan talking to you, okay? You're going to listen.
I can just imagine his girlfriend behind him, just looking at him like, what's wrong with you?
Man. So my girlfriend was literally looking at me like, can you just go to Vegas already? Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God. My wife keeps texting me and going, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. I just want to travel already and get this going. But now, look, I feel that.
When are you going, dude?
Do you know where I'm going?
No, when? Like, when's the flight?
Thursday morning. I have to wake up at like 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, man, you're a father. You have family responsibilities. You can't get out there like all these, depressed people like me who can get there a few days early because they've got no one to take care of or love,
Sansa, where are you staying?
MGM.
Zimmy, you're coming too?
He's not.
No, I'm going to Electric Forest. You would hate it.
Yeah. I have a feeling I would hate it too.
Both of you would hate it. Oh, dude, I don't know what it would be like if I like shared a tent with you. For some reason, I feel like you would complain about your back. I don't know why.
I mean, I definitely would. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, look. Let's reel this back in. Let's get into it a little bit, right? A few months ago, Azuki announced that they were doing an event for Vegas this week at the Hakkasan Club. And then everyone and their mothers showed up. Watch, I know I probably said it wrong. Just let me get through this. Just stop. Let me get through this. And then everyone and their mother decided to plan an event around it. So now we got a bunch of side events, which is an amazing thing to see. It's essentially become this own NFT NYC, except it's in Vegas. It's in Vegas. But I will say it is interesting. I do want to kind of pinpoint a little bit that this week we got Vegas, and then it'll be funny because next week it's going to very pivot and shift very quickly to Ape Fest coming up next month. And it really speaks to how much IRL events are necessary in the sense of that you are making these connections, but you're also having a little bit of fun. You're making connections in your own way. Everyone has their own intention, their own goal behind it. I personally am just really excited to meet a lot more of the Zuki community. You know, I got to meet a good number of you at NFT NYC, and I'll get to see you again. But we're really going to be able to kind of like either, just go ahead and further that, or we're literally going to another place completely to celebrate our community. And I love that. So I'm really excited to meet a lot of you the first time because a good number of them are traveling internationally. And so, that's fucking amazing. So shout out to all of you. I hope I get to meet you. And, just fucking, if I'm nowhere to be found, just DM me. I will erase every group chat I'm in if I have to, just to fucking find your DM. I'll do whatever I can, despite this horrendous DM system that we've got going on Twitter. Hopefully Elon has that on his list of things to fix. Real quick, let's go over to Gentle. Gentle, what's good?
Fuck, I actually forgot. I'm going to raise my hand again. I'll wave when I remember.
It's okay. I got you. My monologue have that effect. Wash, go ahead.
You made me think of something. So did they actually announce a date for Ape Fest? I haven't heard that.
I don't know. I don't know if they announced it, but I know it's something that might be coming up next month. That's all.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was my question.
Yeah. And then Zimmy, I don't know, an electric forest. I don't think that's a real thing. I think you're getting rugged on that. I'm not sure where you sent your money. And then shit, I had something else, and now I forgot what the real point of me raising my hand is. So I'll pull a Gentle, and I'll just wave when I remember what it was.
Back to Gentle.
Do we know where Ape Fest is?
Back to Waja.
I don't think there's any details in Ape Fest. I think Sansa in his old man brain just made this shit up and like got us all rizzed up about Ape Fest being somewhere. Because last I heard, like it might be in Miami during Art Basel. It might be, somewhere else. It might be in France. I don't know. I made that one up, but
yeah, no. I just meant that that's going to be the next thing that people pivot and focus on. That's you guys are overreading this way too fucking much. Like we gotta get to Vegas. Gotta get through Vegas first, okay? I'm just saying that people are going to shift their attention to that once this is over. And quite frankly, it's literally it's kind of starting now. If we're being honest. But anyway, Gentle, did you wave at me or did I imagine that?
No. So a few questions here. One, how do you shower with your things? And then two, you've never swam like with your daughter because of your hearing aids?
No, I just take them off. I'm just deaf when water is involved, basically. So that's yeah.
Theoretically, you could swim at the pool party if you took them out.
Yes, but it's a little tough because I'm going to be honest, I'm not comfortable being by myself and hearing aids off. If my wife was around me, yes, because then I could kind of just look at her as my kind of like interpreter to tell me what the fuck is being said in the first place. So I'm sorry to disappoint people, but I will not actually be swimming or doing anything water involved.
I'll be there. I'll hold your hand the whole time.
I'm Googling it, dude. They have like ear covers, like disposable
Zimmy
covers, dude.
It's still. I can't believe we're getting into this. This is a hearing disability shot. Welcome to the fucking hearing shot. No, but I just don't. I'm not comfortable in any way, shape, and form covering like my hearing ability in the first place. Like I already have a disability. I'm not comfortable enough to be like, oh yeah, fuck that. I don't need any of this gift that I'm getting growing up to be able to talk with any of you. But yeah. No.
Sans, a follow-up question. Are you going to be wearing swim trunks? What's the vibe like? What's the attire going to be like? Obviously, I'm not going to push you in. I just want to know what I should wear because there's not a chance I'm going to swim. But maybe the vibe's like wear swim trunks, but don't swim, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to be wearing straight up orange swim trunks, baby. Orange swim trunks. Gonna show off my fucking Mickey Mouse, bro. He's a savage. I'm just gonna show off these fucking thighs. I'm gonna show off how untanned they are. But you're gonna see the thunder thighs come out. They're gonna come out to play. So yeah, I will be wearing that. Probably with a tank top or a shirt. I have a regular, nice shirt.
Bro.
I haven't decided yet. Yeah.
Bro, pause. Like, I was even feeling a little bit of FOMO for not going to Vegas, but now I'm just grateful. Grateful for the jungle. Grateful for being like far the fuck away from.
Grateful for the mass corruption happening in your country. Yeah. Good job, Shaka. I'm really proud of you for that. But anyway.
Every time I see something on like Instagram in Brazil, I'm like, oh, Shotgun's okay. It could be anything, dude. It could be absolutely anything.
Every time. I always feel so bad.
By the way, it's a little stylish, Sansa, but I posted it. That's what it would look like if you decided to wear those to a pool party.
Yeah, great. I want to condom around my ear while I'm talking to someone. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not touching that. We got to have some standards here, Jimmy.
Dude, 120 pieces in a bag. That's a fucking bargain.
Dude, that's 60 pairs of ears, dude.
All right. We're moving on. We are moving on from this topic. I'll circle back to Zimmy in a second. Waj, go ahead.
All right. So I'm actually speaking of corruption in Brazil, I will finish my statement with the macroeconomic corruption report. So let me finish. Don't cut me off. Don't mute me. All right. One, use code WAJDA30 for Bing Bong, and you get a choice of one free legal question, one free workout question, or one free what was the other question? Something, I'll talk shit about Sansa. I don't know. Then the second thing was, Sansa, just don't spend money on these little ear condoms. Just put a plastic bag over your head and you can jump in the pool, you'll be fine. And then third, talking about the corruption in Brazil. I don't know if you guys saw this, but now there are quite a few new places trying to launch exchanges and like Bitcoin ETFs and shit like that, which just the timing of all this is so crazy that the SEC goes after Binance, goes after Coinbase, and then all these huge market players all of a sudden are coming out of the woodworks trying to create exactly what's already there. I wonder if any of these things have anything to do with each other and they are stroking each other's back, speaking of corruption.
Wajay, are you getting a fucking landline call right now, dude?
Always.
Are you getting a fucking collect call, dude, while you're speaking?
Yeah, so I work while I do these, and my phone never stops ringing. So if you listen often, you hear my ringtone. Some people say it gives them PTSD. Some people really like it. Some people dance to it. It just depends.
Some people twerk to it. It's a very twerkable ability thing. Yeah, look. Zimmy, let's talk about it. Shall we?
The weather report?
You got one?
No, dude.
You do? For those of you that don't. You don't.
No.
Yeah.
No, let's talk, dude.
Yeah, let's talk.
Exciting.
Let's talk about it. Let's do this. let's do like a soft little pitch, about Orbeez. And then we'll read the room a little bit, maybe go into the weather report very quickly, and then just kind of circle back to it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I got the sound effects on the lock, by the way.
So yeah, for those of you that don't know, Zimmy left the espresso shot so he could focus more on Orbeez, and now he's kind of brought it to where it is now. He's got a little community, got a little fun community behind it. I love them as well. They're very, very dear friends of mine. And so again, I've said it before, I'm really proud of Zimmy and how far he's come. Speaking as a friend at this point, I am really proud of how far he's brought it to this point and how much he believes in his vision. I can also vouch that he won't vote, so that's nice. That's nice. And if he does, well, I know where he lives, so I can literally go beat the ever living shit out of him for you guys.
So the dog's location.
It all works out. It all works out, honestly. So he's just a little bean. You can beat the fuck out of him, whenever you want. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to give that little background for people in case you were wondering, like, well, what if he votes, Sansa? Aren't you afraid? No. We're literally the same person at this point. If you saw a picture of us next to each other, you wouldn't be able to tell us apart. And
that's why you're going to be on the multi-sig, dude.
And there we go. And just like that, I'm on the multi-sig. Look at that. But Zimmy, go ahead. Give the people a little taste of where Orbeez is.
Should I do the elevator pitch or should I do my background on why I think the space desperately needs an Orbeez? That one is 30 seconds compared to like 5 minutes.
Let's do the 30-second one. Then we could do the 5-minute one, after we check out the room. How's that sound?
Sure.
All right. That doesn't sound very excited, but that's okay. Let's go for it. Take your time.
No, I'm just fucking with you. So Orbeez is going to be an electronic music experiential brand. For those who don't know, I have a very strong background in electronic music. Like I've built a 7-figure e-commerce business selling products into the live event space, and I've been like well connected throughout it for quite a long time. So while being in NFTs, and this is a very short version, there's a ton of similarities between the two. Community, rave fam, art, music, and fashion. And when I look at music festivals, they've kind of emerged as that new adventure vertical. So similar to how people buy equipment and spend money on travel, lodging for skiing, snowboarding, camping, music festivals are that new millennial Gen Z vertical where people do that as well. So what I've seen with those fundamentals and something that has made DGods very successful is kind of like an NFT-backed fraternity. And what I want to do at Orbeez is create the Rave Fam version of that. So by creating a robust live event vertical, what I'm also going to be able to do there is create multiple entry points for people to easily digest the Orbeez ecosystem, and then create entry points that way as well in the Web 2 world, which I can explain in my much more detailed version. But essentially, if I had to give it a one-liner, like Orbeez is going to disrupt the live event space through a robust live event vertical, and then we're going to wrap it with a physical and digital product ecosystem to unify all three, which has never been done before. And quite honestly, the only way to really do this is actually through digital collectibles.
Amazing. I saw Zimmy in live action at VCon, going around to people, doing this thing as a founder. And it was just amazing to watch. He did a really bang up job of it. He's got content of it. He's got clips of it. And him describing it. And it's just, he's clearly gotten a lot better, at that. Because in the beginning, man, that was insufferable to listen to. So now we're all better. Zimmy is crushing it. He's crushing it. That was a joke, by the way, just in case anyone.
No, dude, yeah, I
I know. I didn't get a lot of reacts out of that. You just gotta retrace the step back at that point. You cannot take that fucking possibility in the slightest. So anyway,
anytime there's like a weird, I'll just do this, so people know to like laugh at the TV.
There you go. Yeah, this is why we do the stream, because Chris can start putting overlays of like laugh with the green button on, and then it'll be red when it's not laugh, you know, green and on. We're Espresso Shots making moves on the back end, people. If you haven't already, check out the stream. Chris, did we pin it? I don't think we pinned it. We did not pin it.
And if you haven't heard, the voice of God is telling you to watch the stream.
Yeah, so there you go. Thank you, Espresso Shot account. Appreciate you very much.
Is that what a burnt throat sounds like?
Yeah, apparently. All right, look, Shotgun, you got your hand up. Let's throw it over to you, my man. What you think?
Man, I actually just wanted to ask Zimi, because he done mention that there is a product that got it all together. So I was wondering, like, how are they planning on like revealing this product? Because we have been talking over and over again about like the importance of maintaining like the mystery and hype and whatnot. But like from his perspective, how is it that he wants to balance both that mystery and the transparency?
No, for sure. So that's like the interesting balancing act that I've kept in my mind. And I've actually been more vocal about the Web3 stuff that I'm doing than the Web2, mainly because that's actually like the real market, right? Like that's where I need to be stealth, not in the, ironically, not as stealth in the NFT space. But what I can say is that I've been to 50 music festivals and hundreds of shows, that I know like there's products in my head that haven't been like fully done before. And I just know that there are specific products and rituals that happen within the culture that's just low-hanging fruit, where I can gamify it and add blockchain to it and reward people for that type of like human connection, as well as improve those live event rollout. Yeah, it's gonna be like an interesting marketing campaign, but I don't think it's gonna be one that you've really seen before, because people haven't really built like true like physical products like in the space. And I'm not talking about like apparel and like shoes and stuff. Like I'm talking like real products. So without taking too much of a dive into that, because that has to be like my most secretive piece of the entire project, to be honest.
For sure. I don't want you to leak. I was really just like trying to get a glimpse of how you think about that. But yeah, if anybody got a question for Zimi or anybody in the stage, feel free to come up and request. If you haven't yet, bottom right corner, retweet, drop some likes, drop some comments. You guys already know. Back to you, Sans.
The usual. And again, I cannot stress this enough. You guys can come up. You can ask about Orbeez. We could talk about Vegas real quickly if you have an event that you want to talk about. I plugged in the comments. You know, because your boy had to. Sans at 30 for 30% off if you are coming to Bing Bong. You know, I'll be there. I'll be there with orange swim trunks on. You can't miss me. I'll probably be one of the only dudes with that on, and I did that on purpose so you can notice who the fuck I am. But then again, there's no one else shorter than myself in the Web3 world, so that's also easy to find me. But anyway, look, let's throw it over to GT. GT was good.
Oh man, dude! First, that photo up top just looks so good. But here's second question for Orbeez, for Zimi. Just wanted to know, Zimi, if Gary V is whitelisted, because I feel like there was a time where I maybe saw that he got an Orbeez bracelet. I just wanted you to let the people know if he is or is not whitelisted for the project.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think he's a good fit for the community. So I actually am going to send him a request. I want my perler back. But yeah, but no, in all seriousness, dude, like, when I met Gary V, I literally I sold my EDC Las Vegas ticket just to go to VCon for that specific moment. I was like, I'm going to design him this perler, and like that type of product, that is one thing that can be gamified. And people love that shit. at music festivals. Absolutely love it. So that's like one piece that I've been working on the back end as well. But I really do think for someone to understand Orbeez, just because it's very specific to moving along the adoption curve, I think it's very important for people to understand like the current state of the market, like what worked before won't work later, and like my vision on why I believe Orbeez is going to actually be a brand that moves along the adoption curve, because early adopters and the early majority think completely differently. Like they're not interested in the same things that early adopters are interested in. So you need to create products, create experiences, and market to people who simply think differently. And that's actually not really happening in the NFT space, and didn't happen at all in the last bull run either, which is why you're seeing a lot of these projects struggling, because they were never built for an actual real world demographic. They were built for early adopters, and that has only shrunken. So like you have the early adopters that you're going to get and stick around. For new people to come, like you cannot do the things that we did before. And like that's like a huge piece of Orbeez. But before I go on a rant of that, I just wanted to take a quick pause.
Well, that's a long pause.
Yeah, that was a long pause. But I didn't know if you want, because I'm happy to talk about this, because I'm so passionate about like just where this space, needs to go for people to truly understand the power of owning a digital collectible.
Yeah, no, I first of all, I can relate, Zimmy. I think you and I have both gone back and forth with each other about what we're both kind of building, in the sense of like what we're really trying to make here, as opposed to just, make something and then disappear, right? We're actually here to lay down a foundation, do something with it, and move forward in the best way possible. Because otherwise, it's just kind of like, what else are you doing for whatever you're doing? So, look, one more time, it's a friendly reminder. Go ahead and retweet the space. I just had so many banger comments that I had to retweet, because you all are so fucking hilarious, and you guys are the best, and I love you, and I just had to the point that I had to retweet this space again so that I could bump it to the top of my timeline. So thank you for that. Appreciate you guys. But again, just want to remind y'all, go ahead, show some love in the comments. If you got a question you want to ask Simi, you can't come up to speak for whatever reason, go ahead and plug that. We'll read straight from the comments verbatim, and we'll just take it from there. And also a friendly reminder that we are streaming live. So if you want to join, it is pinned to the top. You just might have to scroll over a couple of times, maybe 3-5 times before you get to the YouTube link. It is by the Espresso Shot account itself, so pretty easy to spot there. And Zimmy, you're welcome to join us. I think you're at work though, so I don't know if you can also.
I'm at home.
Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can send me the link.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
send me the link.
Yeah, it's in the Espresso Shot group chat. In there. Chris, it's not like Chris has been spamming it. Chris, I'm not Chris. We might have to have a talk about this. I don't think you spammed it, so kind of stuff enough. No, I'm just kidding.
I just removed the group chat pin and put the Espresso Shot pin. Just to let you know, I did that right now.
There we go. Yeah, that's weird when you hear it through the mic. But I did it for the stream. But Shotgun, you had your hand up, my man. Let's throw it over to you.
First of all, I just wanted to ask you, Sansa, for the people wondering, who's behind the Espresso Shot account? Like, what is it that
Don't
we
tell
answer?
Yeah. No. Shotgun's got a point. We did officially bring someone on. They have not started just yet. Chris and I have to get on a call with them to really dive into a content plan for the next couple of months for the Espresso Shot account. So it is a mystery. I don't know who it is. Even I don't know who it is. Someone else on the team had to do it, and I don't know who that is. We kept it completely mysterious. In fact, I just said at everyone in Discord, and I said, "Hey, one of you bring someone on." No one responded, and then I got a notification that someone logged into the account and nothing malicious has been done. So pretty bullish. Relax. That's a joke. Obviously, I'm the one that bought the person on. Let's be realistic, please. I'm not that fucking stupid. Gentle, you got your hand up. What you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm really loving the Zimmy co-host. The trio's back, and watched. I don't feel bad for you at all. So this is like grassroots, dude. We were here early days, you know what I mean? We were fucking here in the dirt, dude, when there were fucking, there was no one. So let's just put that here. And I just had to say I'm enjoying it.
I love that. I'm going to go into my spiel. So
yeah, go. Yeah. Well, hold on. Hold on there, Budget Tim. Take it easy. Let's take it down a notch. Shotgun, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Dude, I actually was about to throw the alley-oop for Zimi. So Zimi, I got you. Like the whole Espresso Shop family, we all know that Zimi is no Web3 newbie. Like he's been here for a while. So I was wondering, what was the click for you to be like, okay, let me start. I actually want to start something myself and actually want to be a founder.
Dude, I just have founder blood in me, dude. So I've always been pursuing fucking entrepreneur. I'm literally gushing founder blood all over the fucking place right now. But dude, real talk, I knew that I always wanted to do something, but I just wanted it to be practically perfect. And I wanted to have the full idea as well as all the connections lined up so we can come out of the gate as hard as possible. So that was kind of the way that I thought about it. And honestly, with the timing is right now because yes, one, it's the most difficult ever to mint out, but it really makes you take the time and be extremely methodical about your plan. And, for me, and I think the way that I like to position Orbeez again, it's I truly believe that I have something that is going to be a reason why people own digital collectibles that aren't here today. And again, when we look back at the early adopters, people got into it for the money, the tech, and the next wave of people don't care about that. That's just what it is. In this current bear market, again, you've seen a lot of projects who have only targeted NFT enthusiasts, and they've hit a brick wall on what they can do. A lot have gone quiet. Nothing has ever been released. Most people still don't even know who they are. And it's because they can't easily penetrate real markets. So they ultimately lack sustainable revenue channels. And with the latest craze in Bitcoin, yes, it's very exciting, but who's exciting for? It's actually exciting. It's actually carved out a niche of a niche of a niche where most of the early adopters aren't even getting involved in it. So you could argue that it's actually looking even further behind us. And do I believe the Bitcoin craze is going to be with ordinals is going to be something? Absolutely. But with how much stuff is pumping out, it's history rhyming. It's when everyone was releasing an NFT collection and they were just getting pumped out over and over again. That's happening now, and very few of those things are going to be worth anything, which is actually kind of a shame because you can't even fucking remove them. So there's just going to be a ton of garbage on Bitcoin, but that's all good. Yeah, go ahead, Shotgun.
Nah, man, for sure. Something interesting that you mentioned is that, the projects that target solely Web3 audiences and they go all in, at some point in time, they end up hitting a brick wall because the space just haven't developed that much yet. But at the same time, you look at Azuki, even though they're not solely deep diving into the Web3 community, they still have that priority. Because let's be honest, if you're not quote unquote prioritizing your Web3 audiences, even though, you're trying to expand, the chances are that you're going to go to zero real fast. So I was wondering, as a
100%.
founder and somebody that's keeping that in mind, how do you plan to approach it all? I'm just genuinely curious.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I agree. I believe at its core, the digital collectible it practically replaces an entire loyalty program that you see in e-commerce, which again, I have 7 years of experience in. So, with that digital token, as the loyalty pass, like you're obviously going to get, the best of everything, right? So like, I'll explain like what this looks like fully. So we've already talked about like the problems in the space, what we need to do to move across the adoption curve. So it's like, hey, if people aren't interested in the tech and the money to get into like the space or all those hurdles, like how do people get interested in digital collectibles? And, the answer is like, you need to first create easily digestible experiences where that digital collectible just enhances that at some capacity. And again, going back to like the live event vertical, people understand the value of buying a ticket. People understand the value of like VIP access, right? Like it's like, oh, how do I get that? Oh, if you own this digital collectible, you get this entire experience tagged onto that. And I've done all of these things already. Like what D-Gods did with a hotel takeover, I've already done. I've done it even further where everyone who owned like the Lunchbox hydration pack had VIP stage access, their own water lines, their own shuttle to and from the festival. Like they had an entire like VIP experience that was further than just inclusive to one single area. So I've done all of those things. So by creating like these experiences that I already know that people love, and like we plan to disrupt this, like people on my team who are helping with the live event vertical have worked for EDC Las Vegas and Live Nation. So like I have all of that shit lined up and primed and ready to fucking go. So, and you think about another thing, like live events has always kept the timeline buzzing, right? Like during this bear market, again, like what brings people together? It's like those live events and experiences. And then there's all these other things that are problematic in the live event space. Like it's gotten extremely commercialized. There's fast fashion, like destroying small businesses. All of these things that I've had conversations with entrepreneurs that Orbeez can actually help uplift that entire ecosystem of like solopreneurs. So like I plan for Orbeez to be some sort of a nucleus and like the first like character brand in electronic music, like period. So that's going to be like a big thing that we're doing, and like understanding that, hey, if I'm giving this live event experience and I'm also creating products that enhance those live events, not just Orbeez, those are two entry points into the Orbeez ecosystem. And the way that like funnels have been today, the NFT has been the top of the funnel, like digital collectible. The digital collectible needs to be the bottom of the funnel. It's like, hey, you have all these things. Like, how do I enhance this? It's like, oh, now you purchase the digital collectible, and that's what just solidifies you into the ecosystem forever, and then you can build a moat around that.
So I just want to, first of all, Zimmy, kudos. I mean, the fact that you're already ready, you're just really just being strategic about everything. That's genuinely the best move any founder could take. I also just kind of want to like take a step back and kind of like, because so Dem has an event called Techno Garden, and I wish I could do it justice in hyping it up, because I know Dem probably already had a whole soundboard effect queued up, ready to like just fucking like pump it up in terms of like hype and whatnot. But it's Techno Garden. Oh God, he's gonna murder me. It's 2:30 a.m. on Saturday. Yeah. But I don't know if that's 2:30 a.m. Friday night or that's 2:30 a.m. like actually like after midnight on Saturday. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go out on a whim here and say that it's 2:30 a.m. Friday night, right? Like
100%. It's techno, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Anyway, it's 2:30 a.m., which is probably about the time that I'm gonna go to sleep, because I still need a little bit of beauty sleep to function in life. But Techno Garden for is my Zuki people out there. And I know that Dem has a general passion for the very same thing that Zimmy does here. And that's why I think this is such a great match in general. And that's why I think this is something to be talked about, especially with the Zuki community, because there is clearly a community on both sides here that can connect in the best way possible. Because Zimmy's whole goal in the first place is to be bringing in people that enjoy this, right? If you have never gone, to whatever, like an electric forest or whatever the fuck it is, right? Then you probably don't want to get in on this. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. I also, while we're on the subject of events, I pinned to the top, Nick has pointed out about a rarely talked about a Vegas event, Drag Brunch, which is on Sunday at 11. Sunday at 11. You're like, what the fuck is Drag Brunch? Well, it's, I'll read it straight from the description. Men, get out of your comfort zone and get some fab culture, honey. Drag is art, comedy, and music, plus food and drinks included. And member women, girls, and gays go well together. Let's fucking go. And then non-binary folks, happy Pride Queer Fam. Read it straight from the tweet. Do not cancel me for anything. And if you want to, go to Nick. Refer to Nick. He is my fellow missing tooth beans as well. He also is missing in IRL too as well, by the way. A fun fact. But Nick, real quick, I just want to give you a quick little, in case I bushed it or anything else you want to add to that.
No, GM, that was perfect, Sansa. Thank you for pumping that for me.
I got you, babe. I got you. I unfortunately will not be able to make it because I will already have been home and landed by that time. But for everyone else,
L take.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. This whole family thing is just really tracking me down, bro. Every time I wake up and I ask my wife, "Can I resign from 500 today?" And she says, "What? Who are you?" And I'm just like, "Okay, well, duly noted. You do not need me." But anyway. Anyway, let's throw it over to Kaylin. Kaylin, what the fuck is up? What's good?
Good morning, good afternoon. It is morning on the West Coast. I actually have a call in 1 minute exactly. I'll be a second late.
We got her.
I wanted to emphasize what Zimmy's talking about. I think it's Project Orbeez is amazing as a resident raver. I think it's cool, but and slight disagreement with you, Shotgun. I think that there is, there's room to cater to the Web3 audience, but I don't think worrying about floor price is really where it's at for a future state, right? I think you're probably right. If you don't cater to Web3 users, the floor price will tank a little bit, but not really. If you're using, if you're just using the tech to enable something else, we have to be mindful about, people love to tout adoption, but the world is so small in here. Like, we are in such a bubble and it's such a tiny use case. If you look at like eForest or eZoo or any of these huge events, like maybe 1/1000% of them have any idea what the fuck Web3 is. And so when you're looking at the actual use case to say, hey, we can give you, shorter lines, express shuttles, VIP sections, all of that kind of stuff. It doesn't really have anything to do with Web3. All you're doing is like really leveling up on the back end for, let's say, Orbeez as a project. Their tech enablement vis-a-vis blockchain is far superior, but it doesn't matter for the actual day-to-day use case. So I think if we're too worried about what sort of native Web3 degens will, whatever you want to call them, will think about the floor price, you're already focusing on the wrong shit, right? Like, I think that is a little bit of an outdated, at this point, it's been proven, right? We're in this sort of bear market. And if you're too focused on floor price and artificial inflation and financial speculation of an NFT, we've got bigger problems. So that's just a major shout out. I think, Zimmy, what you're doing is awesome. I am here to plug Orbeez till the day I die. I think it's awesome. But also, I think it's genuinely the future of where the space is going. I, too, am a maxi of sort of real utility and how do we enable that by obscuring the tech a little bit and just making people's lives better, right? Nobody knows how their iPhone works. They just know it makes their life easier / better. Shotgun, seems like you got a retaliation. Let's go.
No retaliation, Kaylin.
Get him!
Let's go!
Nah, relax. I just want to say that I agree with your take, okay? But when I say catering to the Web3 community, I'm not necessarily saying like doing things that's going to like directly influence the floor price instantly, because like as we are seeing more and more, like pumping out good products or like good stuff does not necessarily reflect. But when I say that, it's just like things that, you know, the Web2 audience maybe doesn't care as much, but the Web3 audience does. And what I mean by that is like you look at Azuki, they're always like focusing on sub communities. They're always like adding new stuff in the collector's profile that you can actually go in there and tweak and like add up to your personal brand. So I was really like mentioning those type of initiatives, but I completely agree with your take.
But I think they started, right? They started in this little tiny niche, and I hate that I have to jump, but I will in a second. So I'm sorry to cut this off because this is rad. But I do think like Azuki, for instance, started in a niche, and they had to figure out what the fuck to do with it to keep people interested. So sub-communities emerge, branding emerges, affinity groups emerge, because you had this, you know, sort of loosely connected idea of what the JPEG represented, and then you developed a purpose from there. Here, you're starting with a purpose and backing it with tech. So I think when you look at like starting with the wide world of Web2bies, if you will, and all the ravers out there, you've already got what collected and connected them, and all you're doing is leveling that experience up. Whereas I think Azuki and all the other, you know, sort of like, you know, Make and Bake and all the communities started with, let's try this out. And then, oh shit, I guess we should figure out who the people in here are, what they like, and how to connect them to each other. But I gotta jump. I love you guys. I just wanted to say hi and
thank you, Kayla.
I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
We love you more. Have fun being 3 minutes late for your very important.
I know, I'm an asshole. I'll talk soon. Bye.
And Shotgun, to piggyback off that, like trust me, like I have a strong focus on Web3 initiatives as well. And the way that I look at it, it's like I'm trying to find every single person in Web3 that loves like this culture or wants to be a part of it. We're going to take that army of people, bring it to Web2 to explain to them like how powerful this is, and then we're bringing them back. So it's like a very to and from process. And also, yeah, I'll stop there because I see a few hands.
Nah, dude, real quick, I just want to add up to that before I pass it back to Sansa. Just reinforcing, Zimi actually is, because one of these days I joined a space that he was hosting, and like everybody in there were like techno heads, and I hopped in there and said, you know, I'm not a huge techno guy, but, and I look at the screen, it's like full of thumbs down. So these men got some passionate folks around him, okay? Sansa, back to you.
That was a good one. That was a good handoff, Shotgun. One of your best ones yet. Not gonna lie. All right. Well, look. Sometimes when things happen last minute, you just get you just get a little bit of a nice fun space out of it. Look, before I throw it over to Carlo, I want to throw it over to location just because talking about Vegas, we're going a little bit. We're jumping back and forth between Vegas and Orbeez and the EDM culture and whatnot. But I want to throw it over location. Location, how are you leading up to everything happening this week? What's your plan? What do you got going on, my man?
Yeah, so we're busy planning the unofficial after party hosted by Techno Garden. It's gonna be lit. I heard the word techno. I got up. I don't know what y'all talking about, but if you like techno, shit, let me pin my tweet. Let me self-promote really quick.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I did talk about Techno Garden as well a little bit earlier, but I'm going to be honest, I definitely didn't do it enough justice as much as I would like. So I'm happy you're here to do it more justice.
Yeah, so pretty much, you know, we started this community within the garden that was just, there was no aim to it. It was just people nerding out over techno, which is maybe not like the most mainstream genre of electronic music, but the people who generally listen to it have like kind of a deep passion for it. So I had this group of like a couple dozen people that are just nerding out, and it was very interesting because it was one of the more, let's just say, authentic group chats I've been in, where people were purely talking about like the thing that brought them there. Like there's people nerding out, sharing songs, talking about the shows they're going to, sharing videos and shit like that. And it's just like a really good energy that's passionate around it.
So passionate, dude.
People started putting together like songs for the Spotify playlist and stuff, sharing music and all that stuff. And I was just like, dude, like I think if you take this like real energy for like some kind of passion or hobby that people really like, and then you kind of sprinkle in those elements of like Web3, like I feel like you could go pretty far with it. I know Zimmy's, I don't know what you do. I just see the bio says unifying electric, blah, blah, blah. Sounds kind of similar. So, I think whatever direction you're going into, it's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll share stages at Tomorrowland one day or some shit. But yeah, so we decided, we as in me, Dem, Code Melly, Send It, and Dat Boy. We're like, yo, let's actually turn this into a thing. We just want to do cool shit, probably make some dope ass techno merch, try to throw a bunch of events and shows at various Web3, tentpole moments throughout the year. So our first one is, we're throwing this thing at Vegas after the main Azuki party. It's completely unaffiliated with True Labs. It's going to be dope. Dem did all the work. I did nothing. And he assures me it's going to be dope. And so, yeah, we're minting the tickets right now. We just opened it up yesterday. And for 0.05 ETH, you get to be a complete DJ until like really late. And you get 2 free drink tickets. So I think it's a pretty good deal.
Dude, I love it. And it's a great way to go. And honestly, like our passions absolutely align here. So we should definitely talk more about it. But no, I mean, it's like what better timing for location to come in here and give like that space credibility.
I might come for the 2 free drinks.
Honestly, Coke Zero refill or I'm funny.
No. That's fair. This might be one of the things that I stay up super late for. I don't know when I'll wake up the next day, but
dude, do yourself a favor and go. Trust me.
Okay.
Like I'm serious.
I know. Zimmy, trust
Buy
me.
it now.
I will relax. Okay. I got to load up my wallet a little bit more. I'm not fucking rich. Let's take it easy. I'm not Mr. Beast.
I'll send you the 0.05 ETH.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
Okay, please no. Well, I mean, I am giving you a lot of airtime, so maybe that is fair. I don't know. Anyway, look, we got 4 hands up that have been extremely patient this whole entire fucking time, which is incredible to me. So, without further ado, let me throw it over to Carlo, and then we're gonna go to we'll go into order backwards there. So it'll be Carlo, Watch, Benny, and then Dyla. I hesitate a little bit on that one. Carlo, what's good, my man?
The crazy Maffer.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me, Sansa, Shotgun, Zimmy, and whoever is in the crowd. I just want to say something. I mean, I have an actual question from my mind, from my fucked up brain. So let me ask you too, Zimmy. You are telling me this is gonna be the Tomorrowland of Web3. So if yes, because for what I heard now, the floor price of this project matters nothing. Because if you are sending to the market an experience that is good enough, this is priceless for all the music lovers. And also, if this is gonna be the Tomorrowland of Web3, can I be your mascot? I mean, I can dance for free. Come on.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. We will definitely get you in a costume. But to be honest, like, I don't want to like say like, no, we don't care about floor price, because I believe it's a direct correlation to how badly someone wants to be part of something. And when you look at, let's just use like a different example than everyone else. Like, let's look at D-Gods again, right? Like, they have been like really focusing on like, they know they have like mostly 23-year-old like guys, and they've built a brand around that. Like they've figured out their customer base later on. Like I already know the way people think, what they like, what they wear, how often they buy things. Like I have all of this from, running the e-commerce business and being in the space for a long time. And the reason why DGODS has done so well, like think about how sad someone will be to no longer be like a DGOD, right? Like they're no longer like involved in those parties.
Flurry's one of those people, Zimmy.
Well, he did it for show and he got it back, and I think he has a ute now. Like that was like a whole fucking thing. But like I personally believe like building a Web3 rave fam is even more powerful than like some like fraternity. So like to your point, yes, like it's going to be experiences that people would never want to give up, and then tying that blockchain element around the entire thing from like a loyalty program piece, like earning, like phygital products, like everything, like just building an ecosystem around that and tying blockchain to all of those things is what can really build a moat around Orbeez for what we're trying to accomplish. And yes, I would love you as a mascot, and I will personally fund your paper hat and green scarf.
Thank you very much. Can I say one more last thing? I mean, I've been to Orbeez just because of Salamander, and I'm so thankful that she brought me there into the group chat. Thank you very much. I mean, I love to drink and to party. I'm fully into Orbeez, fully into beans, and fully into the espresso shot.
Those are all amazing things. So thank you.
Boosh. If you guys haven't seen Carlos' videos, they immediately put a smile on your face. Please shoot him a follow. It's worth it just for the smile that he puts on your face every single fucking time. Or you might cringe, and that's okay. I said it yesterday. The best things in life are cringeworthy, and that's okay. That is okay. I smile at cringe things all the fucking time. Some people might say what is it? Instead of LOL, sometimes they say salts. Like smiled a little bit, then stopped. So that's salt versus LOL. Saying that's okay. Even if you salts, it works. It counts. It fucking counts. So shout out to everyone.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? Is this Gen Z lingo?
No, bro. This is old school meme lingo. So salts, smiled a little. Shaka, shut the fuck up. Smiled a little, then stopped, which is what we all literally fucking do. Like, do we not? But anyway, look. This is needed. I'm not trying to make something happen. I'm just describing it in the shortest way possible. Let's move on.
Lingo.
You can relax, fucking generation I created. On God, no cap, Boston, for real, though, for real. Anyway, watch, who is also part of that generation. What's good?
Don't lie. I like to say, Zimmy, I don't really like you as a person, but your project, it sounds very interesting. I think, the whole, I'm just kidding. I love Zimmy. But I think the whole idea of what you're talking about, where like, the loyalty program and NFTs being kind of like that token gated for rewards and you getting like real life benefits out of doing it. I mean, that's where I see NFTs like their easiest use case going, where basically like, I've said this many times on here, it's not, the future utility of this is not to trade $10,000 pictures. It's to like make Web2 things easier and more, just a one-stop solution for everything, which I think you're tapping into, which I mean is cool. Like if it was, 20 years ago when I was a raver, I'd be all into this. But for my old ass, getting techno parties at 2 a.m., I mean that's like I wake up in 2 hours, so not going to do it. But I do like the idea of it. My question for you though, you had mentioned it about how you're going to build a community and then you're going to, from what I think you were saying, build a community and then reach out to the larger companies that are like in charge of this to try to show them the value of it. Is that what you were saying?
Not exactly, without giving too much away. I have a very specific type of event that we can put together that hasn't been done before in electronic music, and I have people who run like.
Is it the Fry Festival?
Fire Festival?
Whatever.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
No, but there's a combination of things on the live event front. Like I have a lot of friends and previous partners from various hospitality groups where I have them all lined up already, where, you know, we out of the gate, we can have like a robust like live event vertical, and there'll be like partnerships as well as our own Orbeez live events as well. Like there's a specific type of series that I can put together because I have like the people for that. And then again, it's like you're giving that experience. It's low hanging fruit. People want to be a part of it, and then just incorporating blockchain. And there's just going to be a couple of like phygital and digital products that leverage blockchain to bring it all together and kind of just like disrupt the entire market. Quite honestly.
All right. I really like it. I mean, it definitely sounds like you've like, obviously you know this, but it sounds like you really thought it out, which is great to see in this space. You didn't just like do something and just like, oh, I'll figure this shit out later. Like you actually have like a plan. You have a like partnership set up. You have like things in the works, which is like, for those of you that, you know, haven't built a business, like that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to get a shit ton of money and then figure it out. You're supposed to like build a pathway to earn money. So kudos on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that is the man that made my LLC for me. So shout out to Watch.
Jimmy, I like you, but I hate your project.
That's perfect.
Bud is fuel.
Mission accomplished.
Bud is fuel.
All right. Look. We gotta get through these hands. They've been waiting for far too long.
Let's go to someone else mean. Let's go to Benny.
I used to rave like 15 years ago. I can't even talk about my favorite parts of raves here on Twitter Spaces, but raves are fun. More of my activities go down the bathroom.
It's not recorded, dude. Just share.
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, Zimmy giving out free Molly.
It is recorded.
Oh, it is recorded, douchebag. I was really about to ask about the Molly. I mean, anyways, so yeah, raves are cool. I like Waj. I'm way too old. And when I go to raves, I like to put too many things in my body and my body can't handle it anymore. But I will say that if you are into partying, don't fade the raves. Shout outs to Orbeez. Really just coming through bullshitting. We moved offices this weekend. I'm ready to fucking fire everybody, and I don't even have the power to do that. But if I could, I would. So just came to hide in the back office and talk to you people. What's going on?
I love it.
We're putting stuff in our bodies.
Yeah.
That's not incriminating. I didn't do
no
plug.
No.
It got me confused, but at the same time, I'm too afraid to ask. Like, who am I to judge, right?
I mean, you're from Brazil. Are you really afraid to ask anything, Shotgun? Let's be honest here.
Yeah, nobody's gonna come and get me anyway, right?
Yeah, no, you're too far. No one has the patience to get there. Like, you got monkey bodyguards that you bribe every day for one banana. I mean, it's a ripoff. But you know, I'm gonna come out there and offer 3 bananas and just fucking just take everything you've ever owned. But hey,
that's racist.
Is it? I didn't say anything specific. Anyway, look, let's throw this down to. I was pulling this up. Dialogue.
You got it right, dude. I don't know why you get so.
Let's go! I dare anyone else to repeat what I just said. What's good?
Hey, I mean, you never really mess it up. I think you like the first time, maybe. But
yeah,
I appreciate that little pause, that little like, oh, jeez. But it's all right. You can remix it, add extra letters. I like to hear the unique ways that people fuck up my name. It's great. But yeah, just wanted to add my 2 cents. I've been working with Zimmy for a few months now. He brought me on to I'm doing business development, but basically kind of just be there and be derpy, I guess. But building has been a lot of fun, and I wanted to come and make a statement as somebody who's not a raver. about the project because I'm somebody who enjoys music. I enjoy connecting with people. I obviously enjoy Web3 experiences. You know, my ass is going to be in Vegas at every event and probably going to need like 2 weeks to recover, but it'd be like that sometimes. But for me, I'm all about the connection with community and being able to experience these things with people that I got to know in Discord and group chats and people that I connect with on a different level in my hobbies. You can't talk to Web2 people about NFTs or weird degen shit, right? Everybody, like all your family members look at you crazy, like it's like another step in like some kind of mental problem. But here, we're cool and it's fun. So for me, being able to take that and into a real world experience where I do enjoy music, I love music, all kinds of music, take that to an experience where it's so immersive. The first time I met Zimmy in person was at a Charlotte DeWitt show at Ultra. And he was just so excited and into it. And he was so excited to share just the pure joy of the experience. And I had a blast. It was so fun. We were there till like 5 a.m. And I was like, bet, I definitely can work with this dude. And since, yeah, and since then we've done a couple events. Did NFT NYC and V Friends, and that passion stays consistent. And not only that, but it isn't always about just like, just completely getting obliterated and like raging out at a party. It's about just like this cool friendship experience that you get to make in a community and being able to do something that's so visceral and real and enjoying music. Like I want to go to the Azuki events because I feel like I'm going to be immersed in this culture of this project that I am so excited to be a part of. I'm a bean and I'm so excited to get to hang out with other beans and connect with that community. And I feel that Orbeez is going to be able to do that on a different kind of level where it does kind of take this passion, and some people are going to be complete ravers and some people are just like, no, I just like to chill. And there's room for everybody in that spectrum of social interaction. So I am not a quote unquote raver. I'm a 38-year-old mother of two. Like I'm not somebody who's like out partying all the time, but I really do look forward to my Web3 meetups every few months where I get to see my friends and these people that I've connected with and network and grow professionally as a person socially. And I'm very, very excited to be a part of a project that takes that and concentrates that effort into something where it's like, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to create this community, and the point of it is so that we can get to this point in enjoying this kind of experience together without like trying to build out some kind of utility that doesn't make sense just for the sake of minting out a project. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Min and Orby.
Jimmy, you like Charlotte more? Or do you like who's the guy who throws cakes called again?
Steve Aoki.
Oh yeah, you like Steve Aoki more or Charlotte?
I feel like this is a trick question. I don't want to answer this right now.
Just answer Charlotte.
But I've never seen Steve Aoki, so I have to say Charlotte right now. So
I was 3 inches away from getting a cake in the face, and I was actually kind of sad about that. That happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, like that doesn't sound like a bad thing to me.
I mean, 3 inches is a lot, from what I understand.
Keep telling yourself that, King.
Yeah. I'm not saying from personal experience. I'm just saying from what I've heard from, other people. That's anyway.
From me.
All right. Everyone, calm down. Get the holes out. Water them down, people. Water them down. But look, and just like that, it's almost 1 p.m. So that is crazy. But last hand up, it's gonna be Error. Error, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? GM. I just wanted to ask a question to Orbeez. If you're gonna do anything with like IRL minting experience or like whitelist experiences, like for example what Ray 3 did on Solana, where they introduced bracelets that if you connected to another person with that bracelet, you got whitelist or some shit. but it was a cool experience. So because raves and parties are like a real experience, so I wanted to ask, how are you like bridging the gap between Web3 and Web2 in that sense from Whitelist and Mint?
No, it's a great question, and and Rave 3 and Orbeez had like a similar idea there. So just to go back again, like obviously we're creating like a new segment in the live event vertical. Like I see an open gap that is there absolutely for the taking. So by just creating that live event vertical and fully branding that experience, and then giving a unique element on top of that to Orbeez holders, and then building like physical products like that incorporate blockchain technology into it. And something like the candy bracelet, right? Like this is a ritual that represents community and friendship. So if you're at one of our experiences and then you end up acquiring like a candy bracelet, like we're then going to tie that back to like an overarching program, right? Like it doesn't necessarily just need to be like an NFT. Like the digital collectible doesn't just need to be like an NFT in your wallet. Like it can be like, oh, that equated to X amount of loyalty points, and something that we're building on the back end in terms of a loyalty program. But I don't want to give out that portion yet, just because I haven't seen like those technologies like piece together the way that like I want to do it. But yeah, no, that's a good call. That's definitely something we want to do. And there's a lot more segments to that space where blockchain technology can just be put on top of it and pretty much like just beat out the competition. Yeah, or you can.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
My bad.
I haven't co-hosted in a while. I forgot what it's like to just like call on people, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, Simi thinks she's a speaker again.
I had another question, because you said experiences for holders that go to your parties and shit. Will it be possible to like create ad space for your holders on those parties? Like if you were a holder, for example, you would be able to have like an ad space in that party to promote a product or your brand through your own brand. You know what I mean? Like when people
it's funny you've said that. I've already had conversations with people on like the Web2 side. Absolutely. Like the whole point of it is to have like an uplifting ecosystem and unlock like opportunities, whether that's personal or professional. So all of those things will be there. Like even another thing, right? Like if you're a community holder and you're a DJ, like what better artist exposure opportunity if we run an event and Dom Dalla is the headliner and you get an opportunity to open up for the event, and then you can also create incentive for people. Like people usually don't get there that early, but you can start creating incentives that reward people for like showing up early or seeing a specific set. So like all of those things are being incorporated into Orbeez.
Oh, okay. That's really dope. Yeah, I don't have any other questions.
Thank
to be
you.
honest. Like, good luck on the meet. Oh, wait.
Thank
another
you.
thing. My bad. You said about if that it doesn't have to be an NFT with the real stuff. Like it could be tokens or some shit. Well, you didn't say exactly tokens, but
yeah.
Are you going to create like an off-chain token XP experience that you could then spend to buy tickets or buy merch? Are you going into that direction?
Yeah, so no, it's a great question. And Sans, I know we have to wrap up shortly, so just let me know like when the hard stop is.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. No, thank you. So yeah, no, it's a great question. One, I want the token to start off chain for sure. I don't think it just adds like unnecessary stress for people when there's like different price points, and we haven't really seen that go well. And also like the whole question around like, is it a security? So yeah, we're going to be a multi-chain project. So like a lot of the stuff that like when Ethereum will host the PFP, but a lot of the stuff that we're building is going to be running behind the scenes on Polygon, mainly because then we can pay for all like the transactions to happen on it for the person. But yes, like everything you do in that ecosystem will lead back to an off-chain token of rewards that you ultimately get with like the NFT.
Gotcha. So there will be staking for your NFT. But can I ask why do you want to introduce staking? Because like I get it if you want, for example, spend your points to buy a ticket to a rave, right? But then the question is it going to be a problem with running the live show from like cost and shit? Because you're gonna have to set like amount of how many holders can go to the rave and how many Web2 people. Or do you think it's not going to be a problem in general?
You're
Like,
saying staking?
Yeah, you said you're gonna have staking, right?
So it's actually like, no, like that's not even official, but what we're doing is on Polygon, like just making sure that everything falls back to a loyalty program with the off-chain token.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. My bad for the question.
Oh no, dude, no, it was a great question.
Yeah, both of you, great back and forth, great questions all around. Doing fantastic, sweetie. Look, it is time to wrap this up. I love you guys. Zimmy, any closing remarks before we pass it off to Shotgun to start closing it up?
No, this was fun, man. Again, I appreciate the stage. It's exciting to be back up here with you guys and talk about my passion. So I'm just forever thankful for that.
No, I'm thankful for you, man. I'm thankful for you. I know I've been talking your ear off on the background, so I appreciate you. Yeah. God, I'm so annoying. But anyway,
I love it, bro.
Yeah. No, I thank you for lying. I appreciate that. Anyway, look, bottom right hand corner. Let's retweet the spaces. We had some good vibes. We talked about Vegas. We talked about Orbeez. And at the end of the day, you might be wondering, what can I take away from this if I'm just a general listener? General takeaway is this: there is always room for any sort of communities to intermingle, right? In the best way possible. Is that a real word? I have no fucking clue. I think you guys get what I'm saying. There's enough room for all of us. There's enough room for different types of communities to come in together in different ways with different things in common. So, don't be shy. Always try to make some sort of collaboration happen. If there's someone that you really want to work with and you think that you can both benefit each other, reach out to them. That's how Shotgun and I got started with this whole fucking thing in the first place. Now look where we're at. We got a platform and we're able to give that to other people. And eventually we have and we sort of have been a little bit slowly but surely started monetizing a little bit because without sacrificing our audience for it. And so if you ever feel as an audience member that we've done that we've sacrificed quality, please let us know. Our number one goal is to make sure that we do not do that. That's more important to me than anything else. That will always be more important to me.
Why do I already know what words they're gonna say?
Every time, man. Every time. We don't include him on enough calls. We might have to start doing that, but then he'll start billing us, and we don't have any money in the fucking treasury for that. So I don't know, bro. But anyway,
just pay him in espresso beans, dude.
Yeah. Well, look, before I do my mantra here, let's throw it over to him. Wash. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I just want to say that Sans and Shotgun, you're doing a fantastic job. I love every minute of the show, and I always feel like I'm heard and appreciated.
God damn it. He knew what he was doing with that. No, Waj, I love you. In all seriousness, my man's been here for over 100 spaces. And he deserved it all. Even that co-host spot, the Zimmy just rugged the Pamon right under him. But it's okay. It happens. We're here for the rivalry. But in all seriousness, Waj, whether you're sarcastic or not, I love you. I appreciate you. And to everyone else, if you feel the same way, I love you and I appreciate it. And if you don't feel the same way, you feel love and appreciate you, maybe a little bit less than the people that do love and appreciate us back. But We still love you and appreciate you. Hey, I'm just being real, you know? you're not going to prioritize the dude that just constantly trolls you. I'm like, you're cringe. Yeah, we're all cringe, buddy. We are all cringe inside. It's just part of life. So, without further ado, y'all, you could have been to any spaces, but you came to this one. And I appreciate you for it. And if you're going to Vegas, I'm so excited to meet you. I'm so excited to finally just get to talk without typing or without reacting. You know, you can react IRL, but you can't react by pressing the button. You know, it's a little bit different. So, Shotgun, go ahead.
Just like going direct at the cringy people. Like, imagine I posted like my GM asking which Bitcoin ordinals people are looking at, and somebody commented, "Bro is still stuck in March." I don't know what to say, but this is Espresso Shot. We go live every day, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, all the way to 1 p.m. So if you don't know, now you know. Tomorrow we'll be back at it with the Solana Shot, but without Dup, right? Am I right, son? Am I butchering? Like, fix me.
You're butchering it. Dup will not be here this week, but don't worry. We got someone else that may or may not show up. Well, you'll find out tomorrow. You'll have to find out tomorrow. But yeah. So don't worry. But Dup will be back next week. Don't worry. He's not gone forever. My man's just taking a little break. Hosting once a week is a lot of work for him, and you know we get it. It's okay. It takes a while.
What's going on in Vegas, bro?
What?
What's going on in Vegas?
The Izuki event. Wait, what's going on right now? I'm so confused. Chad, are you going to Vegas?
Is that for the NFT Vegas thing?
No, it's Vegas is the Izuki event.
Oh no, I'll be there in September for the NFT.
Yeah, no one else is gonna be there, but I'm just letting you know. Yeah. All right, look, we got to wrap this up, Chaz. But I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you, my man, and I appreciate everyone that listened in and joined in and had a chance to talk. Chaz, bump that September flight up to tomorrow. I'll see you soon. Let's play this out.
It's Dan the Lost Boy.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Espresso Shot.
Stop it, drop it. Time for a special shot. Knock, brew it up and get it hot. Stop it, we talking till the kettle pop. Stop it. Alpha, we gon' set it off. Brew me up a double shot. Espresso shot is on the clock. Twitter spaces every day. Say you better not. Conversations everywhere. Statement never stops. A little medicine, so get them top. Web3, NFTs, learn things you never thought. Farming in the garden, got some news I wanna set it up. Your research, don't get hurt, invest, don't buy the spot. Protect your neck, don't get wrecked, bet, or connect the dots. Price action, we not acting, espresso shot. Hip working, we networking, espresso shot. Hot one, with shotgun, espresso shot. The host with the most, sounds about to give it.
Let's fucking go!